Hey guys, if you haven't heard, the Pope resigned. Or, rather, he's going to resign by the end of this month of February. I think it was like the 28th. That's pretty crazy. Um, because the last Pope to resign was in like the 1400s, I think. Um, so, yeah, we live in a pretty special time in this year of 2013. Um, yeah, that's crazy though. I did not expect that to happen because most, as you know, most popes usually die in office. The last pope, Pope John Paul II, he certainly he lingered in office. Even he survived assassination attempts, and then as his age and illness became more and more, he just kind of fell into hospitalization and then died. But yeah, it's strange that the reason for the Pope's resignation is what was the phrase? It was age, but it was I forget the phrase, but it was basically that he's too old, and this is strange because, like I said, most popes die in office. Um, and I don't really know how to feel about this because on one hand, there's a lot of people that are Catholics or non-Catholics that are kind of taking this to mean the Pope that comes up after him is going to be the Antichrist, or some people thought that this Pope was going to be the Antichrist, and then they're kind of confused. And I'm not really sure what this means or tells us about what's happening in the Catholic Church right now, which probably doesn't matter to a lot of you because you were never Catholic and you were just Christian or you were just always an atheist. But it's kind of interesting. It's certainly big. It's certainly something that's noteworthy to pay attention to because I mean the Vatican is a pretty big force nowadays with their whole condoms are bad kind of thing. I mean that's been getting better, but they still get a lot of crap for all the scandals and everything. I'm not even up to date with all the scandals that are supposedly popping up around the Vatican, so I can't speak to you about those. But yeah, pretty big day. The Pope is resigning for the first time in like 600 years. So I just want to make a video about that because it's interesting and it's really big, and I hope you have a great day. Also, I read somewhere that the next candidate, the successor of the Pope, could likely be a black man, which would make it, I think, um, it's got to be the first instance where there could or will be a black pope, which could ignite many uh, racist kind of arguments going back and forth, kind of like Barack Obama being the first black president. He's hardly even black, anyways. But this would be someone literally just from Africa, and I forget the actual cardinal's name. But wouldn't that be cool to have a black pope? That would be sweet. The world would get swank or something. I don't know. It would be awesome. But yeah, it's just interesting. Like all the popes since the beginning of pope making have been white, old white men. Well, not necessarily old, but older white men. And it's kind of a shift, not really modernization, but it's just kind of a an interesting facet of this new century that so many uh, novel things are happening. So yeah, there you go.